promoting his book that he wrote.
Oh, of course.
His autobiography.
Sure. Yeah, autobiography. What? What's it called? Born with a fucking silver spoon in my mouth?
And every time there's a game on Fox, whether it's baseball or football, I'm always like, fuck. It's going to be Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. Or in baseball, it's like, it's going to be Joe Buck. And I just sit there, and every time he talks, I'm sitting there listening, thinking to myself, I hate this, right? After he was on Howard Stern, I'm not going to say I like him, but I was able to let go the hatred enough that now when I watch the Super Bowl, I noticed I wasn't even paying attention to him talking. I was able to just like zone it out. So
so you forgave him. Okay, yeah.
I exercised it.
You exercised
I didn't forgive him anything.
Okay,
but I now I don't sit there holding on to this hatred. I can let it go
and just hate the living hell out of him.
Yeah.
you see that Hank Hazara bit that he did.
Yeah.
Helping with make that little bit. Like, that let me in on him a little bit. You know, I thought it was funny. Like, he did a great job, you know, like playing the part or whatever.
Right.
But still, man, see, I couldn't let go of it because Troy Aikman is equally as frustrating to me. I cannot stand this. Well, he says like the most random, stupid stuff. Well, what he does is that he goes off to I know he went off to the left, Troy. It's not just get to the football, the meat and the bones of what a quarterback would be thinking in that situation.
That's his flaw, is that he's one of the greater quarterbacks that we've ever seen in our lifetime.
Sure,
he knows better than anybody else sitting there
what it's like to be under duress.
Like to go through that. And in Super Bowls, he knows what it's like.
Give us some insight.
And he doesn't give insight. He's like, oh, well, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's like
it's the night before, you're not going to get a lot of sleep, all right? And it's like, no shit, man. I wouldn't expect anybody to get any sleep the night before. You're going to be up nervous and shit. It was a great game, though. Great game. Fantastic game. What else have you been up to other than the Super Bowl?
Yeah, nothing much. Been doing a lot of babysitting of my nephew.
Oh, how old?
He just turned 1.
Oh, shit.
But he's going through his first fever. Like, he's been sick for like 2 weeks. No, the teething part's not so bad anymore. But he got sick. And then, you know, he's a baby, so he doesn't know how to blow his nose.
Right.
So he doesn't know. He's just sitting there. He's sitting there constantly, like, rubbing his nose. Like,
do you got to use the booger sucker?
I haven't used it.
Oh.
His parents have. Oh. But I guess what happened was he's rubbing his face so much because of the snot, and then he gets it all up on his hand, and he rubbed it into his eye, and he ended up with an eye infection.
Yeah, I mean, that's essentially pink eye.
So then he had to go to the doctor for that, and then he ends up with an ear infection, and he's got a fever. I mean, this has been going on for like 10 days now.
Jesus
Poor
Christ.
kid. And he just sits there like, you know, because he's a baby, and the only thing a baby knows what to do to tell you that he needs help is to cry.
Yeah.
So he just sits there going, like an old Jewish man, like,
Old
and you just gotta sit there like, come on, bud, I know it's rough. And he's just like, and he looks at you like, help me, you know.
Yeah.
And you're like,
you got to be able to do something.
I know.
You're big. Jesus. Oh man, that age, man. The 1 years old. Oh,
I love it. I think it's
great.
great.
You really?
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm
he
so glad.
He just learned to walk, so he's doing the walk thing.
Yeah.
And he's a lot of fun.
Speaking of getting sick, I hope you don't catch what I got.
Went
down to Carthage, Illinois.
Where's that?
No idea.
Oh.
It's out.
How many hours?
It's about an hour and a half. I want to say east of where we are. I don't know, like southeast.
So about like
southeast.
Chillicothe or Champaign?
Not Champaign. I don't know. I drew. All it was back roads to get there.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's grandfather passed away. I wasn't able to make it to the visitation, but the funeral was on Monday. So I drove down there, and I mean this town. This is a really, really small town.
Mm-hmm.
They have a Hardee's, a Subway, a gas station. That's it. And then they have like a bar that serves food. We ate there like twice.
So it's like Canton.
No, much smaller than Canton. Canton
smaller.
is a metropolis compared to this place.
They have a grocery store.
Yeah. I don't remember seeing a grocery store.
Yeah.
But yeah, and while we were killing time in between lunch and the funeral, my girlfriend drove us out to the junkyard, and I watched her family used to own it, so it's like a very sentimental, but it was taken away from them because of something, so it was more emotional for her. Mm-hmm. Like she was sitting there being like, I remember, really like, a lot of my childhood memories come here. And I'm like, holy fuck, that crane just crushed that car over there. I'm like, holy shit, that was awesome.
Guys, did you see that?
And she's like all emotional, and her cousin's in the back seat, and he, shared those same memories, and I'm just being this dickhead. But I mean, it was cool, dude. This like crane, it had a mouth. It went down, it crushed it like a car. All the windows blew out simultaneously, and then he just like gobbled it into like a little thing, and then he put it in the back of a trailer, and then just smashed it down. Yeah. Like there had to have been 100 cars just smashed down in there. I could have sat there all day and watched that shit.
They probably have videos of that on Netflix or something.
Well, I know, but nothing is like sitting within 50 yards of it and hearing the glass like shatter.
Yeah.
Like real time.
Right.
But then I was like, oh, I'm sorry, honey. We can go. This isn't really all that cool anyway. And I was like, holy shit, they got a school bus. And I'm like, wait.
There's a school bus.
Yeah.
It's third and Q. We can wait.
Right. I was like, oh. And she drove me to a couple other places, a lot of farms, a lot of stuff. But so we go to the funeral, and it was a military-style funeral because the grandfather served honorably, and they did a 21-gun salute, which I didn't expect me to poop a little bit when they fired the first round off. But it definitely did. Like,
and they're blanks too. They're not. They're not.
Well, the
projectiles.
Shells came out.
Yeah, but it's not.
Oh, okay.
It's not shooting a bullet.
It's not. No.
No, you can't shoot. Because what goes up must come down. You can't just fire bullets in the air.
I didn't know because like it was a big deal to go pick up all the shell casings and hand them out to loved ones and stuff. Mm-hmm. But it was pretty intense. They had like they folded the flag. Like one of them walked towards the other one.
Yeah.
And then this guy walks up to my girlfriend's dad and like hands him the flag. And like, I swear to God,
as a triangle.
I'm in a triangle. And I'm standing right behind her dad because he's sitting in the front row with the close family. I'm sitting right behind her. And this guy, like this fucking Marine, like all fucking Marine, like his face, his expressions, like he goes, on behalf of the United States President. I'm like, whoa, I'm in a video game. Like, I'm like getting all like fucking emotional about this shit. And we're outside and it's windy and it's cold and caught some cold. Uh-oh. So yeah, we both had to fight that for the last couple of days.
Well, good thing you're drinking so much water.
I know. Yeah, she tried getting me to drink this emergency crap. What is that? It sounds like just a shit ton of vitamin C.
Yeah.
Like, can you overdose on that shit?
No, you'll just pee it all out. I mean, your body can't absorb it all at the same time. So it'd be, there's only so much that your stomach lining or intestines can absorb.
Okay.
And what it can't absorb, you'll just flush it out. You'll pee it out.
Okay. Because I saw in the packet it said only one a day.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, you can at least take Tylenol 3-4 times a day. But this you can only do once? Shit. So yeah, been doing this water challenge, man. It really sucks. It's not helping my sleep like I thought it would.
No?
No.
Well, you're only, I don't know, first week.
It's day 6. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess I pee better.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's good.
You probably feel better.
I'm sick. I promise you that if I was drunk this entire time, I wouldn't have gotten sick. The only time I get sick is when I stop drinking. I know that doesn't make any sense, but it's absolutely true. Yeah. No, there have been times where I've gotten sick, and instead of taking medicine, I just get drunk, and I'm better the next day. What?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you don't subscribe to that theory?
That's happened to me before too, where I've gone, well, I know I shouldn't drink tonight because I'm sick, but screw it, I'm drinking. And then I wake up the next day and I'm like, hey, I feel good.
Right.
But I think it's just a coincidence that it worked its course out that day. And
a coincidence?
Yeah.
No.
I think if I hadn't drank, I would have woken up and still felt better.
I doubt it. Because what it does psychologically is that when you drink, to get over the illness is it's just so you don't feel the pain, so you don't have the side effects, so you don't pay attention to the side effects, and then your brain kind of goes off into happy land and forgets about all the other
and it
stuff.
creates all this endorphins, which neutralizes everything.
Exactly, and then
sends you back into
back into perfect health. I'm just trying to rationalize drinking tonight. That's all I'm trying to do here.
Don't they make alcoholic water or something?
Right.
Water.
Like some water that'll get you drunk. I've also heard that if you drink too much water, you can drown. Is that true?
Yeah, but you have to drink a ton.
I mean, how much are we talking? Like a 24-pack?
Well, it dilutes your body. You get so diluted that, yeah, because it happened that one lady when the Nintendo Wii first came out.
I didn't hear about this. What?
A radio. This is, the Wii came out, 15 years ago, but
did it really?
Something
Has
like
it been that long?
It's been a long time.
Okay.
And this radio had a contest, like, okay, who can drink all this water, and the first person to pee has to.
Okay, I remember.
And it was like every so often they had to drink. Right. Well, this lady drank so much water that she totally diluted her system, and then she ended up dying because of it.
So her family now owns that radio station?
Probably.
What the fuck? I mean, how much do they make her drink? You have no idea?
I don't know. I don't know if they made her drink that much. I think she was just like, I can keep going. I can keep going.
And she didn't pee once?
I think she at least won the
Maybe that was like a ruptured bladder? If you drink so much and you hold it in for so long, wouldn't your bladder pop like a balloon?
I think it's more of your kidneys and stuff. Everything gets... It's overworked.
I gotcha.
And I don't know. I can't remember.
No. Speaking of kidneys, I saw this thing on Facebook. They have to show, an alcoholic liver, versus a perfectly functioning liver,
right?
And they are some gross. Like I've watched the ads with the smoking. Here's a perfect set of lungs. Here's a smoking set of lungs. Speaking of smoking, anti-smoking ad campaigns. Have you seen the wolf and the three pigs?
I don't know.
It's this wolf, and he comes walking into this village of pigs. And it's like loosely based on
Three Little Pigs.
Three Little Pigs. So he walks in this village of pigs, and they all run away, and they all scatter, and he's menacing looking, like he's terrifying, like exactly how I would picture him when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. And he walks up to the straw house, and he goes...
He can't breathe.
He can't breathe.
Yeah.
He blows out in like one little piece of straw, like slowly floats to the ground.
Yeah.
And then all the other pigs see this, and then he like turns around and he kind of he drops his shoulders, and he's walking out, and all the pigs come out, and they keep on going about their way, like walking by, reading papers and shit. Smoking kills your lung capacity, or whatever the fuck it was. But that was creative.
I thought it was going to be more like they're all scared of this monster, and you think it's going to be the three pigs. And he's going up, he's knocking on the door. He doesn't blow. Or he does blow on the door, and it's smoke. And he's going door to door. And they clean him up. It turns out it was another pig, but he's a smoker. And it turned him into this gross monster that nobody wanted to be around.
Oh. See,
I think that would have been a bit more like...
So because a pig smoked, he turned into a wolf?
Well, like he... I'm picturing this like hazy, foggy, smoky wolf looking.
Oh.
Like,
Okay, so if you smoke, you're going to change species?
And then he takes a Chantix, and then the fog goes away, and it turns out he was a pig all the time.
Oh, okay.
And he's better now.
Quit smoking now.
Yeah.
Anything is better than those fucking
Kill
anti-smoking.
that smoking monster inside of you.
Yeah. Or that little dude that's like, hey, Romeo, let's go outside and have a dance. you know those little miniature dudes?
Yeah.
You know what the commercial I'm talking about,
puppets?
Right? No.
Puppets?
No, like another anti-smoking ad is this like kid is like at a dance, the high school or middle school, I'd say.
What is this on kids programs? What are you watching that has all these?
No, it's everywhere, dude.
Really?
Like everywhere. Everybody is anti-smoking. It's amazing. I can't wait to leave here tonight and get myself a pack. But so this guy, this kid, he's like slow dancing with this girl, and as soon as he goes in, he's going in for a kiss, and then all of a sudden, this little guy, he makes me think of it's the sweet stuff. The Dr. Pepper guy.
Oh yeah,
you know how small he is.
Yeah.
Well, then this guy like kicks the shoe of the boy, and he's like, "Come on, buddy, you know whose date I am.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go outside. Let's go outside." And he like bullies him outside, and then they show him smoking a cigarette while everybody's having fun inside. And
I think they've done those a lot of times with the somebody playing with his kids or something.